Hello everyone, welcome back to Brian's Mysteries and Adventures on Trail. I hope everyone is doing well. Please stay tuned to the end for some channel announcements. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, search and rescue efforts, my donations to various search and rescue nonprofits. I have more of that in the description and in other videos. Today we're going to be going to Yellowstone National Park. We're going to be discussing the very recent disappearance of a 22-year-old man named Austin King Henke. Here is a general map of where Yellowstone National Park is located here in the United States, in the state of Wyoming, the northwest corner. It is a beautiful park known for its geysers, its herds of bisons. Austin King was working at the park in concessions. He had planned this solo hike that he had started on September 14th of this year, 2024. He was doing well, kept in touch with his friends and family. This hike, however, was through the backcountry and part of the most difficult part to hike and camp in Yellowstone National Park. Here is a picture of Austin. He is 6 feet tall, roughly 160 pounds, has brown hair and hazel eyes. He was wearing glasses, a black sweatshirt, and gray pants. On the left is a picture of what he was wearing when he set out for this hike. He also has a couple of tattoos. On September 17th, he had reached the summit of Eagle Peak, pictured here. Here's a map to give you an idea of where it is in the park. It is the highest peak in Yellowstone National Park. He contacted his friends, then he contacted his family. He told them that the weather had turned very bad. There was severe fog, rain, wind, even hail had moved into the area. Despite seeming nervous on the call, he still intended to head down to the Yellowstone Lake's southeast arm to pick up a boat on September 20th. These are some maps and pictures to give you an idea of the lake's arm and where he was going to pick up that boat. Unfortunately, he never arrived to pick up the boat. This is when he was reported overdue to the Yellowstone Interagency Communications Center. The search and rescue teams immediately got together and began their aerial and ground search on Saturday, September 21st. These are pictures from the actual rescue. They had roughly 90 people at the start of the search. That evening, they found Austin's campsite at the upper Howell Creek area. I'm going to have some pictures and maps to show you that area. They unfortunately found no clues as to his whereabouts upon finding the campsite. Here are some pictures of the area when it's summertime, which makes it a lot more easy to travel in and out, but unfortunately the weather had already turned really bad and more foul weather had come into the area, including heavy snow. Some of the search and rescue team members on the ground said they came upon snowdrifts that were over 6 feet in height. More and more teams joined the search, and eventually it was Yellowstone, Grand Teton National Park Search and Rescue, Park County, Wyoming, Teton County, Wyoming, looking for Mr. King. They started their search at Eagle Peak, then to Eagle Pass, Mountain Creek Trail, Eagle Creek Trailhead, and down to the National Forest areas. These are all pictures from the actual search and maps. As you can see, there's a lot of snow on the ground. Yellowstone National Park Service and various team members were kind enough to share some of these various pictures. This is a satellite map to show you all the various areas where they were not only doing flyovers, but they had search and rescue teams on the ground. This became a massive search. These are all pictures of people that were involved in the search, and this still is an ongoing search. There's roughly 96 personnel, 2 helicopters, a search dog team, and there's ground teams that are also using drones, spotting scopes, anything that they can to try and locate Mr. Austin King Henke. These pictures of the search I wanted to include because it just shows you how massive the area is, and just look at the helicopter in comparison to the mountain. In this search picture, you can see the helicopter is much closer. Even in this proximity, it is very difficult to actually spots someone on the ground. This picture, you can see these are the mountains that they are searching, and when we come to the end of the picture on the very right, you can see roughly 5 or 6 search and rescue team members on the ground. They just look like little specks. In this picture, you can see the massive mountain in the back, and then I'm going to have an arrow pointing to the one ground team member. As you can see, it's just very difficult. I wanted to include them just to show you the scale, because sometimes it's hard to understand exactly what these search and rescue team members are up against. This is just a random search and rescue picture of people in their orange vests coming out of the woods, again just to show you that even when they're so close you can barely see them until they're right on the path. This is a search map of this current search. The red indicates ground searches. The blue lines are all the aerial flyovers. I know it's kind of hard to see. You can pause the video if you want, but you can see where Eagle Pass is and Eagle Peak is. As you can see, they have done and are doing a very extensive search for this young man. Austin has now been missing for 10 days. He has not been heard from for 12 days. That doesn't mean that he's not still out there. I've covered several cases in the last couple of months. Remember the 89-year-old hiker in Idaho? He was missing for over 10 days and he was found okay. It's important not to lose hope. Spread the word. Please share this video with as many people as you can. The National Park Service is asking the same. I will have a ton of information and phone numbers in the description. However, if you were hiking in the backcountry of Eagle Peak, Eagle Pass, anywhere in that area during this time recently, or the Yellowstone Lake Southeast Arm, have any information, please contact the Interagency Communications Center at 307-344-2643. Of course, I'll have that in the description along with other phone numbers. The search and rescue teams will continue looking for Mr. Austin King Henke. The weather became more favorable at a couple of days, but unfortunately it's going back and forth. Weather permitting, they're going to stay out there and look as long as they can. Austin's Facebook page shows this young man who loves adventure and who had explored many remote places and many very rough and rugged places. So this is definitely not something new to him. Eagle Peak, where Austin was last heard from, is 11,373 feet. Yellowstone National Park, along with the local authorities, are trying to use the cellular data and forensic technology to hopefully pinpoint maybe where he went after he made that call. The park does have a wide range of animals, everything from bison to bears and cougars. There has been no sign of animal predation, and the search and rescue team members and authorities do not believe that that had any involvement in the disappearance of Austin. The search for Austin has been scaled back, but it is still an ongoing search, and it is very possible that he's hunkered down somewhere waiting for assistance, or he's still trying to find his way out. It's just in a remote area that they went over and didn't see him, or that they missed. It's always possible. So please circulate this video and his story with as many people as possible. My thoughts and prayers go out to Austin, his family, his friends, all his loved ones, and to all the search and rescue team members, all the volunteers, the authorities, everybody who is out looking for him. I hope and pray that he is found soon and brought back to his family. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support, your comments, your feedback. I appreciate it more than you know. Special thank you to co.ag for providing the background music. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking with me to the end. I know I mentioned a couple weeks ago in a video that we had taken my father to the hospital. I appreciate all your thoughts and prayers. We had actually taken him for a leg issue, and it turned out that he needed quadruple bypass surgery, which shocked all of us, including him. He never had any heart symptoms. There was never a problem, so we were just absolutely worried sick. Thankfully, the surgery went well. He's been in the hospital for 3 weeks. Unfortunately, that hospital is 6 hours round trip from me, but I've been visiting him every other day. He's now in an inpatient rehab facility, recovering nicely. I just wanted to thank you all again for your thoughts and prayers. I know that I had said I was getting back to my regular upload schedule in a previous video. I just had no idea that this was going to happen, but I am so grateful that my dad is doing well. For the time being, I will be doing 1 to 2 videos a week. The video I'm currently working on is a video about 2 hikers that disappeared in the same national forest area. Then over 10 years later, well, just wait for the story. That video will be coming up this week. I love hearing from you guys, so definitely leave me a comment. If you have any case or video suggestions, you can always email me. Thank you again for all your support, thoughts, prayers. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you in the next one.